morning, students. Welcome to today's online science class. Standard 6, Lesson 2, Force and Motion. Now I will teach about force. We hear the usage of this term many times in your day-to-day life. We might not know that we are using it. For example, opening a door, riding a bicycle, lifting an object are few of the most common things that we perform in our daily life. All this required a force. What is force? Consider a ball lying on the ground at rest is not moving. Suppose this player here wants to pass this ball to his teammate. He needs to make this ball move in the direction of the teammate. So he will kick the ball in the direction of his teammate. When he kicked the ball, we say that he applied a force on the football. So force are nothing but actions such as kicking, lifting, pushing or pulling. There are many such actions that we can perform. We have already seen few of this. Some more of them are given below. While riding a bicycle, we pedal it continuously to make it in motion. Here pedaling is the force that we apply on the bicycle. Hitting a hammer on a nail is also a force applied on the nail. Opening a drawer, moving a piece on the chessboard are some of these actions performed on objects. We can categorize all these actions into two basic ones, pushing and pulling. For example, when we open the drawer, we are simply pulling the knob of the drawer to open it. Similarly, when we lifting a bucket of water from the well, we are pulling the bucket towards us. What are the actions that can be described under pushing? Hitting the hammer. Are there any actions that can be described under both? Suppose there is a book on the table, you can either pull it towards you or push away from you. So moving an object can be described under both. Similarly, opening or shutting a door can be thought of as both. So we can say at this point, a force is a push or pull applied on an object. Dear students, the next topic is rest and motion. What is rest? What is motion? Do you have any idea about this? Let's understand this concept with an example. Suppose there is a book on your table in the middle. Is the book moving? You will say it is not moving. It is not at rest. Yes. If you push the book to one side of the table to clear space for keeping your notebook, then you will say the book is moving. Yes, it is in the motion. When the book was at the same place with respect to the table, you will say the book was at rest. But it was pushed from one place on the table to another place, you will say it was moving. Then what is motion? When there is a change of position of an object with respect to time is called motion. So, change of position of an object. If it remains stationary, so stationary is not moving, not changing their place. It is called as rest. Are you clear, students? Okay, students, let's see the next example. Is Mohan in motion? Observe the following video and say whether Mohan is in motion or at rest.
Hi Anita.
Hi Babu. Hey Babu, would you say that Mohan is in motion?
Yes, of course.
How can you say that? I can see he is just sitting in the bus.
Yes, but the bus is moving, isn't it?
So what?
You never believe me. Ask Rekha.
No, Mohan is not. He is just sitting in one place.
Can't you see that the bus has moved away from the tree? Mohan is in the bus, hence Mohan is moving along with the bus.
But I am also in the bus. To me, it does not look as if Mohan is moving. He is not moving towards me or away from me. Hi, am I moving or at rest?
Let's discuss who is correct. Is Mohan really in motion? Both Rekha and Babu are correct. From the point of view of Babu, Mohan along with the bus is in motion. But for Rekha, who is sitting beside him, he is at one place. Therefore, stationary, nothing but it is a rest. So, according to Babu, Mohan is in motion. According to Rekha, Mohan is at rest. Can you think any other example? Students, observe the situation in the picture and answer me. Here, the man in the boat is dashed with respect to the bank of river. He is dashed with respect to the boat. Observe the arrow mark carefully. It is pointed towards the boat. Here the arrow mark is pointed towards the river. So, the man in the boat is moving with respect to the bank of river and he is at rest with respect to the boat. In the event 2, the girl on the swing is dashed with respect to the seat of swing. He is dashed with respect to the garden. Observe the arrow mark. Arrow mark pointed towards the seat here and then it is pointed towards the garden. So, according to the seat, the girl is at rest. According to the garden, the girl is moving. Event number 3, the boy on the bicycle dashed with respect to the road. He is dashed with respect to the bicycle. Note down the arrow mark. It is pointed towards the seat. Here it is pointed towards the road. The boy on the bicycle is moving with respect to the road and he is at rest with respect to the bicycle. Take the book on a table at rest. Is it really without any motion? We know that the earth is rotating on its axis, therefore the table along with the book must be rotating. We are all moving along with the earth. While traveling in a speeding bus, we feel that the poles and the trees seem to move backwards, and the things inside the bus are stationary. An object may appear to be stationary for one observer and appear to be moving for another observer. So therefore, the rest and motion are related to each other. How do things move? When you kick a ball, it moves. When you push the book on the table, it moves. When a bullock pulls, the cart moves. Motion occurs when the object is pushed or pulled by an agency. In our daily life, we pulled out water from the well with bucket, or the animals pulls the bullock cart. It is a person or animal that is an animate agency. Sometimes we see a tall grass dancing in the wind. What pushes or pulls them? We know that blowing wind and flowing water is the cause. Sometimes the push or pull can be due to the intermittent agency. Forces are push or pull by the animate or inanimate agency. Thank you, students.